Me literally having my hair done like a little alien, but caring out how my brows look, that checks out. Hey guys.
Hey.
I had every intention of looking super cute for this episode, and then I had to take Charlotte to the emergency vet. So it's actually so insanely late right now. Don't ask any questions. This is season 4, episode 17, and it is called
Into the Woods.
I have literally no idea what is supposed to happen in this episode. If you're new here, I would love to have you subscribe. I do a lot of Legacies reactions. I'll pop a little playlist. I never know what side it's on of all my Legacies reactions up here. Let's rock and roll. But I really want to watch this episode. They said 20 times before actually clicking play. Let's ride. We've all seen the pictures.
She looks absolutely beautiful. And he's there.
Whoa, there are gods now?
Even Landon is like, what the actual...
We can talk about it after.
After what?
After we bang, because my can't kill you anymore. Boat bangs against dock. Bird bangs girl. A lot of banging.
Becoming the driver was your choice, and unfortunately for us, I don't think this is.
Okay, can you imagine like if they were baiting the Handons for once and like she actually just got tossed out and that's all we got of her and her and Landon for this episode?
You can't be using your powers until we figure out what's wrong with you.
MG, I think you're overreacting a little bit.
Oh, he's getting protective over his boyfriend. Every time they touch, I become a tiny feral animal, just like in the corner of your backyard, making the most obscene noise you've ever heard in your entire life.
That was football.
Those were the epic highs and lows of high school football.
Sorry, but also not sorry because vampiring is kind of awesome.
Oh, she's so cute.
Vamp healing is even more awesome. So while I'm glad Hope is getting her beauty sleep, I am back in the game.
Hope is literally supposed to be more powerful than Lizzie. I need them to commit to the vibe inside of Josie's therapy box.
And did I mention, as a heretic, I can do that too.
Wait, hold on. Because she's a siphon, and I don't really understand how the whole Malivore turning them into half monsters works, but I'm guessing it's some type of magic in the same way that vampirism is magic. Can she siphon the monster out of him, and therefore he's no longer having, like, puckwudgie problems?
What do you want to talk about? A way to atone for my mistakes.
Have they interacted before this scene?
And what does he want this time?
Great question, because I thought he wanted Hope, but then it turns out he wanted Jen. Wait, why is Miss Girl still chained up? This actor's her husband in real life, right?
I'm sorry. You look ridiculous.
Thank you. Like I said last episode.
Like, why wouldn't he just put on some normal clothes?
Your simple tongue may call me Ken.
Oh dear. That's even sillier.
I didn't know I came to Target to get absolutely roasted.
I love that we're getting like the characters saying what the audience has been thinking. Landon's like, excuse me, there's gods now. Aurora's like, this is silly.
You are not the first charismatic, power-hungry madman that I've encountered in my life.
She's about to say Klaus Michelson, and he's gonna be like,
Who is this man that I keep hearing about?
do they have to cut Joseph Morgan a check every time they say Klaus?
I wasn't expecting it.
But not before I figure out a way to bring you with me. That way I won't have to fight alone.
He's literally just a human. What's he gonna do to help you fight a god?
So I don't know where that sight sent him, but the ferryman is death.
It's not funny, Ed.
Why did you steal weapons from the school in the first place?
Can we have another question? My humanity show.
I really thought she was gonna like keep up lying to him.
I'm glad I missed that chapter.
Excuse me?
I'm always on your side, remember? I'm glad I missed that chapter.
I know you better than anyone.
so.
This interaction has no seasoning. Like, sprinkle, like, some salt, some garlic powder. I don't know. It's so bland.
Let's work on that wardrobe, shall we?
This is a woman after my own heart.
If it pleases you. I am the most powerful being in existence, so...
Honestly, Price Peterson tweeted about there being 2 shirtless hunks in this episode, and those were not the 2 shirtless hunks I was expecting.
I heard there was a girl claiming that same title. I must crush her and prove otherwise.
So he literally wants to kill her because he couldn't kill her.
I'm not sure yet.
I'm eating this.
Perhaps.
He better not be playing her right now. I'm sorry, my girl's been through enough. Like, I'm kind of team her, I'm not gonna lie. Like, not in terms of killing Hope, but just like, I want her to be happy.
If so, merely name your price.
Over here, like,
Wow, they have chemistry.
they're literally married.
The Pukwudgie, which we should probably give a name so we don't have to keep saying that, has the same powers as Ethan, right? So,
His sweater looks so cozy.
this collar will track the distance and frequency of its jumps, and therefore, how long they both need to rest in order to recover.
She has never been hotter.
Chuck this bad boy as far as you can.
Oh, I thought she was gonna have him chase the Pukwudgie.
Okay, fine. Into the woods.
MG's had the titular line for the last 2 episodes. His sweater is so cute.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Maybe I should have taken that axe.
What just happened?
Where did you send Landon before I stick this somewhere that you can't pull it out?
She's the only woman capable of melting my cold black heart. Landon's mother.
Ew. 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 Ew.
Speaking from my past encounters with you and bloody Big Bird.
I love the necromancer because he's all of Stan Twitter making fun of Landon for being a bird.
Sailor and I can put the romance in necromancy.
I want to put the romance in necromancy.
You know she went to peace, right?
Why would you tell him that?
Remove that mob block from this plane so he can't stand in the way of us becoming relatives. Because as you said, blinded by feelings.
Vibes.
Because he seems to think that his father's gonna come back to the school and take another shot at Hope. If he does.
Why is he just creeping in the window?
Hey! I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
And just like that, poof, Lola's gone.
Wrong. Lola's right here, you fucking Brussels sprout.
He thinks that siphoning your magic and weaponizing it against your father could work. He also thinks it would kill you.
I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
The Michelson family abused me.
I just wanted to see the moment where she mentioned Klaus Michelson, and he's like, why do we keep bringing up this person I've never heard about?
Return my brother to me. That is my ask. A small one for such a powerful god, I should think.
He made some flowers bloom and picked up a shipping container. Why do you think he has the powers of resurrection?
Cannot do that for you.
So if I'm meant to learn some lesson, perhaps it's this. I'm doomed to be alone.
God, like the Aurora-Lizzie pairing was seriously the most brilliant idea. The way they're both just like intensely codependent, like can't be alone. I love it.
I once told you comic books were for people with baby brains.
But if you know me so well, how could you make a list that long and still not know what's bothering me?
He reminds me so much of Stefan.
He's a show dog. Super rare. Do you want to compel them or should I?
There's totally a person inside of that suit, isn't there?
That's how you play dead.
I don't think he's playing.
Is this the tragic death from the episode?
I'm ready to go home.
Is he about to kill Landon in limbo? Like he's gonna be dead.
I think I figured out the lesson we're supposed to learn.
Does that lesson involve us leaving Limbo together?
No.
I'm not giving up, but if you are, Just stay out of my way until I can figure out how to get us both out of here together.
I'm realizing that, like, we haven't actually gotten to see her personality as the tribrid with her humanity on. Wait, what happened to Jen? He took her. Now he's just spending all his time with Aurora?
Gods are meant to rule men. From what you told me of Tristan, he does not deserve to live again.
The modern world is a more forgiving place. Pardon for any transgression, therapy for any weakness. No black, no white, all gray.
That's honestly a really interesting interpretation. What? Why is that pickup so awkward?
What the fuck? Is this allowed?
I swear, if they have her go inside his mind and we don't actually see it, like, what is their deal with not showing important things?
Our friends need your help.
The last time I helped them, I died, became the tribrid, killed Malivore. And I became a monster myself.
Finally, we get her at least feeling some type of guilt about, like, she needs to process her emotions.
You have to go back without me.
Sorry, that face was hilarious. It's like, if you don't shut the hell up.
Well, then he's pretty dumb for a god. We all know he can't kill me.
Why is she so confident she can't die?
That's the fate you have to accept, Hope. To be the one who lives. I know that's harder.
Do not pity the dead, Harry. Pity the living, and above all, those who live without love.
Every one of my countless deaths has been for nothing.
This one's for love.
So this is your fate. Convincing people to move on.
Like,
Usually to peace, not the real world.
I just realized this while I was watching Patty's video of last week's episode, which was my third time watching the episode, essentially. Spoiler alert if you watch the show Lucifer but haven't finished it. So at the end of Lucifer, the devil himself goes to hell and basically becomes the therapist to help people get over their guilt, and it's so similar to Landon's vibe right now. Bird Boy is the devil, confirmed.
It's your turn to stab me.
Why can't she just jump in the water again?
I'll never forget you.
Is this the end of Handon? For real? She just has to die in limbo to come back to the real world?
Read the fine print. It's not our souls. It's yours.
Why would the ferryman want Landon's soul?
I'm ready for this day to be over.
God, he looks good.
So while we wait to find out how similar Ethan's body chemistry is to our former four-legged friend.
Smart women are so sexy.
It's everything. That's what you are to me. And I've been waiting years to tell you, and I could spend even more telling you why. He's the best guy I know.
He's the best guy I know.
Because it has and always will be you, Lizzie Saltzman. I love you with all of my heart and all of my soul.
Child. Anyway, so
Let's not get ahead of ourselves until we test Ethan's blood.
That is Ethan's blood.
That was Ethan's blood.
Is Ethan actually gonna die?
I've seen enough. Please put me down.
Are you kidding me? They're not gonna show it to us?
Our stories are so similar.
Guess who's going to jail tonight? And people thought Benjed was a fast burn. It must be fun to come to work and get paid to kiss your wife.
Move the phallus.
Phallus. Ooh. I think I've seen this film before. Made it into the last 5 minutes without singing Taylor Swift.
Everyone knows she's the most dangerous piece.
Well, she wasn't on the board.
She's always on the board.
But there are some battles we can't win alone.
That, like, wasn't bad. Now that I can finally get on Twitter. First of all, I really didn't need to, like, stay off of Twitter because nothing actually happened. The way my group chat was going off, I thought that shit went down. Price was tweeting a tragic death. Did he really just mean the Pukwudgie? Because, like, what? It's not that I want Ethan to die. Like, I actually really don't want Ethan to die. especially because I love my MG Ethan endgame. The thing is, the stakes are just never like that high in this world anymore. I really like this dynamic of MG and Lizzie working together to save Ethan, because like I've expressed, I have been a Mizzy for most of the time that I've watched the show. I just think that the chemistry between MG and Ethan is undeniable, and I also think it would be insanely amazing if Lizzie and Jen got together. The thing is, like, we just had this really big love confession from MG, so I think even though the chemistry is really there, realistically, MG and Ethan isn't gonna happen unless it's like some very big, like, shocking realization for MG, or if it's like Ethan dies and MG realizes in the aftermath. I do think it's telling. This is me reaching. Oof. The way that MG did bring up Ethan in his love confession to Lizzie. Like, he couldn't talk about how much he loves Lizzie without bringing up Ethan. That has to mean something, right? It means something to me. Like, it was a filler episode, but like, I'm kind of okay with that. It didn't really do much to advance the plot, but at the same time, it kind of did, because it almost seems like they are fully like, we're done with Handon. So that's definitely an advancement for Hope Michelson. My only real complaint from this episode is that they didn't actually show us what Aurora saw inside Ken's mind. I think part of what made Klaus Michelson the most incredible villain and Catherine Pierce the most incredible villain is we actually saw their backstories and we learned the things that happened to them that made them so malicious, that we realized it wasn't black or white. It was these villains existing in this gray area with a lot of darkness in them, but with reasons for all this darkness, and that's what made them so interesting. So in withholding Ken's backstory and like why he's done the things he's done that his children hate him for, they're weakening him as a villain. And maybe he's not fully meant to be the villain, but it seems like he is, because Miss Michelson is our antagonist, so, or Miss Michelson is our protagonist, so I would assume he's the villain.
It seems like we might be nearing on the end. Julie Plec co-wrote the last episode of the season, and it's my understanding that all CW shows that are in their own personal version of Limbo were told that their season finales should also be able to serve as a series finale in case they don't get renewed.
Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me. Love you guys. See you in my next video.